Fortnite is under attack, but this isn't the first time we have seen this island be almost destroyed. This all started all the way back in Chapter 1, Season 4. Please leave a like, subscribe, and use code SMJM. The very first time the island was attacked was by the Seven, and at the time we thought the Seven were the bad guys. We saw a meteoroid heading right towards this island. It crashed, creating a massive divot, and then we realized that the meteoroid was in fact a spaceship. The visitor was the one who arrived first, constructed this giant rocket, and then he created a giant rift in the sky. And because of this rift, in Season 5, we saw the arrival of the cube. It goes around the map, corrupting everything and melts into the loot lake. The cube corrupts the loot lake island and turns into a floating island. And the same island goes around the map, bringing darkness everywhere. Even corrupts the skins, like Jonesy turn into Dark Jonesy, Bright Bomber turns into Dark Bomber. But this mysterious force saves us from its dark powers, but little did we know this was just the beginning. At the end of Season 6, we see this mysterious smoke heading towards the island. It turns out this was a giant iceberg, and in Season 7, it collides with our island. And now we have this location called a Polar Peak, and we are introduced to this evil man called the Ice King. We find out that he has been guarding this prisoner, who we later find out is someone called the Fire King. The Fire King escapes. Out of anger, the Ice King tries to bring eternal winter on the Fortnite island, freezes everything, and the Fire King, to defend himself, summons a huge volcano. The Ice King fails, but a new threat is here, the Fire King. The Fire King tried to destroy the Fortnite island using the volcano. He successfully destroyed certain locations like Tilted Towers, Retail Row, but that wasn't enough to destroy the island, so he freed the monster hidden inside of the Polar Peak mountain. And in Season 9, the monster inside of the Polar Peak mountain disappears. And after a few weeks, it re-emerges and tries to destroy the Fortnite island. We also notice that it is looking for something specific. We see it digging in the middle of the island. But before that happened, the robot constructed to fight the monster attacks. And with the help of this mysterious orb, it defeats the monster. In Season 10, we discover that this orb is in fact the 0 point, and it is one of the most powerful objects in the entirety of Fortnite universe. And the Seven, still at that point we thought they were the bad guys, attacks the 0 point using multiple rockets, but rather than destroying the thing, it creates a giant black hole. Chapter 2 is here. We think we are safe, but the attack is about to get worse. The island is yet again under attack by this person called the Midas. Midas and his friends takes control of the island, creating different bases, and this massive white building called the Agency being its main headquarters. We later find out that Midas is constructing this device called the Doomsday device, and he wants to destroy the Fortnite loop by stopping the storm. And during the Doomsday device, he does exactly that. We see the device actually working. It pushes the storm back. We even end up outside of the loop for a few seconds. We meet Agent Jones for the first time, but he defeats Midas by replacing the storm with a tsunami. In Season 3, we see mysterious symbols on the ground, and later we find out that these symbols were created by Thor because he summoned the Avengers to the Fortnite island. And the reason why he's done this is because the colossal planet eater Galactus is heading towards the island. We slowly see Galactus get bigger and bigger until he finally arrives. With the help of the Avengers, during the Galactus event, we drive hundreds of thousands of battle bus filled with bombs inside of Galactus, and that is how we defeated Galactus. The same season, we were also under attack by Midas. He came in a different form, the Shadow Midas, and he also summoned a bunch of evil spirits, but the Avengers managed to defeat them as well. And also finally, the same season, giant sentinels attacked the island as well, but Wolverine managed to destroy all of them. Before Galactus was defeated, completed, it exposes yet again the 0 point. And because the 0 point was exposed, in Chapter 2 Season 5, we saw a lot of attacks. But Agent Jones, to protect the 0 point, hired bunch of hunters like Mandalorian, Alien the Terminator, and bunch of other people. But during the final event, Agent Jones leaves the Imagine Order and he summons the Foundation and tells him he's going to help him. But we continue to help the Imagine Order, feeling betrayed by Jones, and that's until the UFO attack. In Chapter 2 Season 7, we see the arrival of this giant UFO mothership. The mothership starts abducting different locations. They were basically looking for the 0 point. But Dr. Sloan, being very smart, hides bombs inside of buildings. And during the live event, she sends us to detonate the bomb. But just before the detonation, she leaves us behind, betraying us. And in Chapter 2 Season 8, we witnessed the biggest attack that we've ever seen. Everything that was inside of the mothership is now on the map. That includes all of the cubes, and in Season 8 we were introduced to this character called the Cube Queen. She constructs this giant pyramid with cubes and tries to create a giant portal to bring everyone from the lost reality to this island, but fortunately fails because the Seven flips the island, introducing to us to Chapter 3. Chapter 3, just when we think we are safe, we see the arrival of the Imagine Order. They drilled their way through. The entirety of Chapter 3 Season 2 was a huge battle between the Imagine Order and the Seven. And during the collision event, the Seven constructs a robot and destroys the Imagine Order. The Imagine Order is gone for good, but while this battle was happening, another evil attack was underway. But for the first time in the history of Fortnite, this attack was very low-key. This mysterious character called Herald, using the power of the Chrome, kidnaps all of the Seven members, putting the Fortnite island into a very vulnerable position because there is no one to protect it. With the power of the 0 point, Herald uses the reality tree and its roots. The root of the tree connects to every part of this Fortnite island, and during the finale of Chapter 3, Herald uses the reality tree to turn everything on this island into Chrome and destroys it. For the first time at the end of an event, we have lost. But the 0 point reconstructs the Fortnite island. In Chapter 4, attacks keeps coming. We find out that Geno and the Rift Warden is constructing a rift gate to bring this person called the Nothing to this island. We hear that this Nothing is a very evil creature that will bring darkness to this island. But with the help of this group called the Reality Warriors, we destroy the rift gate. But the explosion of the rift gate creates a giant rift in the sky, and then we see the arrival of this organization called the Peace Syndicate. They inform us that someone who's working for the Lost Reality is sabotaging their plans. We find out those person was Triarch Nox and Serenade, and they create a giant earthquake exposing this hidden world. We find Dr. Sloan trapped inside of this hidden world. She discovers a device called the apparatus, and when she reconstructs the same device, she discovers a mysterious circular object heading towards the island. We find out this mysterious creature was Cato Thorn. Cato Thorn very quickly takes over the Fortnite island, but Dr. Sloan and bunch of her friends manages to defeat Cato Thorn, steal his time machine, and then we go to OG Fortnite, and now we are here in Chapter 5. And in Chapter 5, we find out that the society is under control, and Valeria, who has been obsessed with finding out the whereabouts of the Pandora's box, finally discovers the box. She summons this massive arm, who's actually the protector of the Pandora's box, because the Pandora's box contain evil creatures and evil spirits, and whoever opens it will have the power to control them. And now the Valeria has opened the box, she will be one of the most powerful person in the history of Fortnite. Now, I think next season we are going to see this creature emerge from the ground and try to protect the box, because if it doesn't, it will be the end of this reality.